Welcome, everybody, to Too Legit to Crit, a tabletop role-playing podcast hosted by two guys who pump far too many points into incompetence.
Oh, God. Oh, the worst thing was I was in here when he was working on that, and it still got me. That was good. It's true. We are so incompetent. Do you know how incompetent we are and how apt that intro is for this one? I missed the first, like, half second of your intro because I missed the button to unmute you.
No, to be honest, last week I did your job, and I think
it's not easy, is it?
I left it fucking recording after we'd stopped. So, you know, we went on mute, and I said thank you to Stefan, and we had a good sort of rundown. Oh, it went really well, and he's obviously quit the chat, and then I've gone, oh fuck. So yeah, I do apologize for the extended version. It is, you know. My name is John Santana.
I am still Justin.
And still Justin. Welcome back.
Yeah, I have internet and it works. Fucking hotel room, man. That was so bad.
Hey, dude, you've just got a jet-setting lifestyle. You know, next week, where is it? Monaco?
No.
You're going to be rubbing shoulders with the glitterati.
Dude, I wasn't even anywhere nice. I was in like St. Albans or something. Like, it's not a bad place. It's just not like somewhere you go on holiday or something. There's nothing to do.
Yeah, you're like in a travel lodge or something. Is that where they put you up? Did they put you up in a travel lodge?
I was in a Premier Inn, thank you very much. The travel lodge was next door. I'm not even kidding. It's literally next door. I have to walk past the travel lodge to get from the car park to the hotel.
I say that almost like, you know, knocking it, but dude,
hey, it's a good room, man.
Every time they come to town, they stay in a travel lodge. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I ain't gonna knock it.
No, I mean, the thing is, like, they're good rooms. It's just the internet was so bad because, like, they want you to pay for the premium internet, don't they? That's how they get you.
You owe me a debt of gratitude there, my friend. You know why? Because I have a photo of the face
yes, he does.
When you stilled, and it was like, do I post this?
See, I was really happy because I got out of an episode without a clip. But you know, you do. You have a clip. You technically have a clip. Fuck.
I do. And honestly, I'm not lying, guys.
I'm on my best behavior.
Justin is pulling a face that makes him look like an Instagram influencer.
Yeah. Okay, in my defense.
It's duck face. It's proper.
It wasn't duck face. What I was doing was I was going.
Yes. Yeah, and I just caught you.
And it happened to freeze frame mid horse noise.
I even went, I'm sorry, Stefan. I've got to take a picture of this.
Yeah. Yeah.
But other than that, other than going away, gallivanting, and living the high life, how have you been, buddy?
Well, I caught ill. I caught the illness because I was basically locked in a room for a week with 4 other people working on some stuff, and we all traded illnesses. So I've come home ill. As you can probably hear, quite bunged up. But other than that, I'm great. I've come up with a new project to work on, which we'll talk about in a minute. After having a chat with somebody who's actually, I've just seen their name pop up in chat as well. So yeah, I'm excited because it's going to be fun to build what I'm going to be building. But what about you, man? What have you got up to? Because I know that you played some games.
Well, first of all, I just wanted to say a quick hello to everyone in chat. You know, guys, thank you ever so much for supporting. It means the world to us. As for me, I've been doing some gaming. I've been doing some gamming. Got back to, well, obviously Thursdays, Wednesday in this case.
It was Wednesday.
Was good old Fabula.
Yes, I miss Fabula.
You were away with your new friends in the high life. You were drinking champagne and whatnot.
I don't drink. I was.
You were drinking non-alcoholic champagne.
No, I was eating a mixed grill in a Premier restaurant.
Yeah, mixed grill.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
I can do some damage to a mixed grill, motherfucker.
It was pretty good, and it was covered by expenses. So
there you go. I don't even get expenses.
well,
You know, we don't get expenses. But yeah, so we got back into Fabula, which was once again a good laugh. We will update you next Fabula game about what's been happening with your character.
Well, last I heard is I'd got a black card, like the Nando's black card, to what's the restaurant called? A Little Slice of Home. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, which is the Saiyan theme restaurant that is a franchise. So I've got a black card to that now, and I told Couch that my character's new drive in life, aside from resetting up his bee farm, his drive in life is to eat them out of business.
Fair enough. I'm not going to give anything away. I think Couch has posted a little spoiler in the chat there, so I'm going to kind of leave you sitting with that.
A barrel of gin.
The barrel was a prominent figure in the game.
Okay.
Not gonna lie.
Well,
yeah.
One thing we did play that we could talk about that we haven't had a chance to talk about, because obviously there's been the guest episode between it and now, was the Delta Green game.
Yes.
That was fun.
The handler.
Yes.
I was a handler for Delta Green, and I've got to say, I've played it a few times. I've played it with different people, and the team dynamic is fucking phenomenal.
Well, yeah, because I mean we've got our NSA analyst.
Yeah, there's an NSA analyst.
We've got we've got the good doctor who is in chat right now.
Yeah.
We've got Chris's soldier who's basically on a babysitting errand. We've got our astrophysicist, and then the best character by a long way, and I'm not biased at all. We've got our social media manager from the right, breathe. Oh, I can get through this, I swear. We've got the social media manager from the CDC who's live tweeting everything. It
was a phenomenal session. How did you, I mean, because obviously my perspective is somewhat askew because I love the system, and you guys played it really well. You guys did really well in that scenario.
It was so fun.
How did you find it?
It was so fun, dude. And like, it's one of those as well where after the fact, I was thinking, because obviously I had a lot of driving to do recently, going away for work and stuff. I found myself thinking about some of the stuff that happened, and there was certain bits that, thinking back on it now, I'm like, fuck, how did we not pick up on that? For example, the one that I realized after the fact is the dog that we found in the dog house, right, was only like a few weeks dead. But nobody had been in the house for like months. That doesn't add up.
Yep.
And I didn't put 2 and 2 together until like 4 days later.
No, it's a good scenario. It's a good intro scenario.
Yeah.
You guys did really well, and when kind of like the combat started, the rolls were really good, and mine were shit. I did some really shitty rolls.
I actually didn't roll badly for a change.
You didn't. You rolled all right.
It was a miracle.
So yeah, Delta Green was a lot of fun. We got another one coming this Thursday.
Yes.
I have already selected the operation. I've already prepared the operation, and this is now. You are now graduating.
I'm just gonna get in character. Yep.
So you guys, essentially, the first operation was this, and now you guys are graduating. This is going to be like a multiple session sort of scenario.
Oh, dude, it was so good.
It is phenomenal. So
it is.
We're gonna have a load of fun with that. So after that, on Saturday, I played some
Yes.
Pathfinder.
Yes.
Pathfinder Society over at Wayland Games in Hockley. And that was really good. And I did something I don't normally do, or I've never really done before in Pathfinder.
If you say kill a character, I'm going to slap you.
No, you nearly did though. Jesus Christ. I was on fucking fire.
You're making up for your Delta Green rolls.
I was on fire, and it was like, at one point, I crit a character twice in the same turn.
Oh, that's
and
brutal.
It was even funnier because he got cocky. So I rolled first, and obviously Pathfinder 10 above is a crit. So it's like bang, crit, and then my second roll was a natural 20. And it's like, yeah, get cocky now, motherfucker. And those dice from Cryptic Crits were working overtime.
Very well.
They were,
because you weren't using them for Delta Green, were you?
No, I used the
I'm glad.
I got the Secret Santa. That's going to change on Thursday, though.
No.
I tried rolling those. It's like, they're too heavy, too clunky. I need something.
My poor little social media manager.
I'm gonna bring in my Cryptic Crits.
Bring in the big guns.
Cryptic Crits. Let's kill some characters together.
Yeah. No, they were awesome.
But one thing I did in the Pathfinder game, which I've never done before, and after I've done it, I've kind of looked and kind of gone, that just makes sense. Why haven't I been doing this? We were getting pressed for time. So I just went in combat. I went, right, I'm not bothered. This creature's AC is 20. If this ability's DC is 23. You do the math. You deal with whatever. You tell me if you hit, you tell me the damage. That's all I need to know. And the combat just flowed so much better.
Yeah.
And after the fact, I kind of stopped and went, I don't see why I haven't done that all along, because hiding that information from the players during combat adds nothing to the game.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't add anything, because all it adds is an extra layer of interaction. I rolled 21. Do I hit? No, you miss.
Yeah.
Whereas if I just give them the AC, it strips that away, it frees me up to do other things, and it moves a lot quicker. So they can go hit, miss.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can see where that would be valuable. I think for some tables, it's not always going to be good, because some people really like to RP out even in the combat, right? And having that element of like, I roll this, do I hit? And then I think where it would really differ is if you're, instead of just saying, no, that's a miss and moving on, if you were to narrate the miss or something like that, then obviously you're going to lose that. But if it is just eliminating that short interactional mechanic stuff, then yeah, absolutely. Because you're right. In that situation, you aren't adding any value or anything. It is just a case of doesn't. And let's be honest as well, by the third attack, most people have figured out the AC anyway.
Exactly. I mean, so it doesn't add anything. And in terms of narrating, I can still narrate. I've even got more time to narrate now.
True. Actually, yeah, on the bigger moments. Yeah.
Yeah, I hit this, I missed that. You know, you can kind of go, okay, so your first shot lands true, but your second shot, just because of the way his body moved, kind of misses. And you can like,
it gives you more,
without having to break the immersion by going, oh, did you roll a 21? I don't know, it's not gonna hit. You know, whereas you can just kind of go, that's what you need to get. And that is the reason I started doing that, is because obviously in Delta Green and Blades in the Dark, there is that interaction doesn't exist.
It doesn't happen.
You know if you failed, you know if you've succeeded.
I mean,
so yeah,
I don't know so much about the second one, but
you succeeded a couple of times on Thursday.
Like once.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, you gotta get ready to fail, because that's when shit gets fun. So obviously after that, then we got back into my homebrew campaign.
Well, just on that quickly, somebody in chat's just put, Zarosaurus, great name. They've been experimenting with 2-turn combat. So a bit like Fabula, where the players have a turn and then DM has a turn. and essentially bringing that into like other games, right? And I think there is value in doing that as well. That whole fabulous mechanic of like party initiative.
Yeah, I mean, the initiative role or the initiative rule, as it were, I think that can be heavily contested because ultimately it's not really going to matter unless there are abilities which
you've built around or
coming after you.
Yeah.
Case in point, you have the cipher system. The cipher system, there is still an initiative roll, but the initiative results are you either beat me or I beat you. There's no in between. So it's not a case of, okay, so the GM's got this creature, that creature. It's no. It's whoever beats the GM goes first, then the GM goes, and whoever didn't beat the GM goes second, goes last. Yeah.
I mean, I kind of like that as well, to be honest. I think it's just, I think the problem that I've got with like the way initiative works currently as a whole is it's if you're not building like a dex-based character or something like that, right? You're never going to get to have that first strike really, unless you somehow manage to get a surprise on somebody or something like that. And I just think there's so many moments that like, because I mean, well, case in point, right? Let's say the barbarian who doesn't have any dexterity whatsoever is kicking off in an encounter, but then because he doesn't have any dexterity, he goes last, but he started the fight. It just doesn't make sense a lot of the time.
Well, that is yet another thing that the second edition kind of fixed. So to roll initiative, by default, it's perception.
Yeah.
Right? That is the default initiative. I see you, you see me, who's going to react first depends on what we see, sort of thing. However, if you're doing something else before the fight starts, you can argue to use another skill.
Yeah, I like that.
So, for example, there's a bit of a standoff. You've got the bad guy and their minions. You've got the good guys and their minions. And all of a sudden, the paladin goes, I'm going to rush him.
Yeah.
Out of the blue, I'm going to rush him. Then I would go, all right, roll athletics.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is your initiative because that's what you're doing. Roll athletics, and their athletics is through the fucking roof.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think that definitely just makes more sense, right? Because it means that the character who's taking the initiative, clues from the word, actually gets to act in a appropriate manner.
I mean, they have a better chance, but there is still the slight opportunity.
There's still the chance that they trip or something, like, you know what I mean?
Someone's quicker than them.
Someone's quicker on the draw,
Yeah, so it is possible, but it gives people the option to kind of go, I want to start casting a spell. Right, roll Arcana for your initiative.
And it means that there's not always going to be like a massive downside to using Dex as a dump stat, right? Because let's be honest, right? A fully plated warrior, the only reason they're taking any form of dexterity is so that their initiative isn't garbage.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, there are systems out that have fixed that.
Oh yeah, of course there are. Yeah, absolutely there are. I'm not disputing that at all. I'm saying that we should maybe start trying to incorporate some of those rules into games that haven't fixed it.
Yeah, which I
5e. 5e has a lot of broken stuff. We all know this.
Yes, 5e is just a bad game. But anyway.
Wow, I wouldn't go that far.
I had it. I'm beyond caring at this point. But anyway, so that has kind of been my week. That is, you know. So yeah, it's been good. It's been a good weekend of gaming. Again, looking forward to another week of gaming ahead, and we've got some more games coming up. We've got a good game on Sunday that we're going to be playing, and
I'm excited.
That's something that you will learn about in the very near future.
Yes. But projects.
Talk to me about projects.
So the project that I'm starting is because of a conversation that I was having with Zarosaurus in the chat. Basically, I sent them it was one of the memes I sent you as well. And basically they were talking about one of the players in their group and how they have like a shirt that says, "Are you sure?" on it. So whenever the players are going to do something stupid, they point to the shirt.
Okay.
So I jokingly was like, I should build you a little sign that basically says the same thing. But then I had a thought of building a whole bunch of signs for, you know, like the, "Are you sure? You can certainly try." Or
do you touch it?
Do you touch it? That was the next one. Yeah. So like building out a few of these little signs and just like making them, you know, like those wooden signs that people put next to a pond with like "keep off the grass." Like, yeah. So that kind of style that you could just hold up and be like, "Are you sure?"
I'm envisioning Wile E. Coyote.
Yes. Yes.
When he would fall down a ravine and he'd hold up the sign. And, yeah. You've got to do an sign.
Yes.
Just for that reason only.
Or just for when the players are like, "I'm going to touch it." So you can put down the "do you touch it" sign and bring up the
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, 100%.
Oh, there you go. Zara's also saying they need a "do you touch it" 100%. I think we all need that sign, let's be honest.
Dude, jokes aside, that is an Etsy store sort of idea.
Yeah. So you open the door?
Yeah, do you go in?
Oh, do you open the chest? Oh, so you open it?
Yeah, I'm liking it.
Oh yeah, couch is one. You're gonna put it on?
I mean that has happened recently in a popular game. You put it on?
Yes, I've been told about the cloak that is speaking to him, because that's always a good sign. I put on this piece of clothing and it started talking to me.
Nothing ever bad happens when clothes talk to you.
Uh-huh. Shut up. Sorry, John was talking to me. But yeah, no, so that's the project. So that's what I'm going to be working on. So I've been digging out foam and stuff to build it, and I'm going to give it like a wood texture and stuff, and it's going to be awesome, and I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah, I like it. I like the idea. I do like the idea. I actually wanted to kind of bring your attention to something that I saw as soon as Trello starts behaving itself. Remember, like a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about N-World kind of doing the most anticipated RPGs of this
2024.
year.
Yeah,
the results are in.
Hey,
we could go through them and give our
2 cents,
less than expert opinion.
We can certainly try. See what I did there? I'm absolutely going to use those signs on the podcast as well.
Yes, I fully support that. All right, so yeah, obviously N-World a few weeks back they did a most anticipated role-playing game systems of 2024. And there was a whole list in there, some of which we may have agreed upon, some of which we kind of went, And I think the results are going to be quite divisive and quite the same. So we will start with number 10.
Yeah, I just loaded up the list.
I was going to surprise you. Right, so number 10 is Tales of the Valiant. What do you think?
I mean, I get it. Like, there's a lot of hype around it, but from what we've read and what you've told me, it's just 5e with a different shirt on.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I would say it's one that I'm most looking forward to. It would have been if they'd done more with it. Yeah,
I'm inclined to agree. Don't get me wrong, I've backed it. I'm going to be in it.
Yeah, true.
So, I'm a big fan of Tales of the Valiant for what it represents. It represents stepping away from a shitty company. It represents, gaining a distance from Wizards of the Coast, from 5e. And I just think that the whole thing was overhyped.
Yeah.
Because they were saying, this is going to be our system. We're going to bring our system out. And lo and behold, when the playtest started coming out, it's like, it's 5e.
Yeah.
You know, don't get me wrong. I don't know 5e enough to know what they fixed, but I'm assuming they fixed a few things.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
then
from what I read, that's about it. They put a couple of patches on it and put a different shirt on, and it's called it a different thing.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm excited for it, and I hope it does well.
Yeah,
It's not something I'm gonna be massively partaking in.
yeah. I think for me, like I own enough 5e books that I don't see the point in myself investing in what is essentially a 5e clone with homebrew. Because I just don't feel they've changed enough to warrant me spending money on it.
No, it's a shame.
It is. It had the potential to do something really cool.
And don't get me wrong, it still might do that.
It might, yeah.
You know, I mean, Pathfinder was 3.5.
It was, yeah. And now 2e is completely different.
But, you know, that's how Pathfinder got its start. It's people that weren't happy with the changes happening to 4e. They kind of went, no, we're going to go our way. And, you know, Wizards took a massive hit because of that. It wasn't until 5e that they clawed it back. But, yeah, so it could work. It all depends on how this latest edition of D&D is going to get received, and I don't think that's going to be very well.
I think that's going to be the key, is how the changes to D&D happen. If they patch the same holes, then Tales of Valiant is going to struggle. If they don't patch the same holes and they make more holes, then there's a strong possibility that Tales does well.
Personally, I don't think it's going to do... I mean, don't get me wrong, it's Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah, could go either way.
It's going to do well, but it's not going to do as well as 5e.
Yeah. No, I'm inclined to agree.
You don't have as many things pointing it in that direction. You've lost Critical Role.
Yep.
You know, and that was a huge game changer for 5e. They don't have that anymore. And obviously, you will get part of the 5e players that kind of go, no, I want to carry on playing this. You know, I don't want to invest in these new books because they don't add anything to this game. So I think it's going to do well, but it's not going to do as well as 5e did. Yeah. I'm
inclined to agree. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree on that, which hurts me because it's my baby.
It just makes me laugh.
I know. Number 9.
Okay. Number 9 is Mothership for first edition, I'm assuming. I've no idea what this is. This is new to me. You know, sci-fi horror.
That's
good to me.
That's your jam.
It is, you know, Teamsters, Androids, and Marines. And D100 Panic Engine, I will look that up during the week.
Yeah.
This next one.
I need it.
I do need this in my life.
I need it.
Monty Python's co-curricular medieval reenactment program. And in brackets, Exalted Funeral.
Yeah. I don't know how we've missed this up till now.
I heard about this before we began the podcast. Someone brought it up to me. It was like, dude, Monty Python. And you know, I wanted to play a knight that says knee.
I just want to sit at a table with some coconuts and just
and just let anything go. Yeah. I mean,
why not?
You crack on.
Just but to scratch.
Number 7 is Daggerheart from Darrington Press.
Yes.
Obviously, Darrington Press doing well with Candela Obscura.
Yes. Which we discussed recently.
Yes, and which hopefully we'll be playing.
Yes.
At some point.
I'm very excited for that as well.
So yeah, Daggerheart, apparently they're going to do like a fresh take on fantasy RPGs.
Yes.
Whatever that means, we have no idea. And we don't care enough to look it up. This one's
we
you.
have
Talked about this one.
This one's
we
you.
Have talked about this one.
Yeah.
Cohorts Cthulhu. I agree here. Cthulhu in ancient Rome.
Yes. I mean, just yes.
What's not to love?
Yes.
That just sounds fucking amazing.
Right?
We've also covered this next one.
Yes, we have.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is very me. Yeah,
Dolmen Wood.
Yeah. I mean, there's a ton of folklore in a game.
Yeah. It does sound a bit like Vessen, but English.
Yeah.
What's
not to love?
Vessen have kind of already done that, but Dolmen Wood sounds pretty cool. I don't know how interested I'd be into it, but
well, you'll find out when I buy it and you can play it.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, number 4 is Pendragon 6th edition.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea that we're on the 6th edition yet.
Same.
But I mean, I've heard talk of Pendragon quite a bit. A lot of people seem to like it. I honestly, I don't know enough.
I mean, yeah, I think it was first announced long before we even considered doing this, because this is its 4th appearance on this list, apparently. So yeah, it's been number 4, number 3, number 1, and number 4 again on this list. So I think it might be before us looking into other systems times, but I think it's definitely one we need to have a look at.
Yeah, we definitely need to check it out. And plus Chaosium do really good stuff.
Yes, yeah.
All right, 13th Age is number 3. I don't know anything. You play the Age games, or you've played some Age games, haven't you?
I've played some Age games, yeah. I haven't played any of this one, though. But the Age games are a lot of fun, and I do like that they use like a 3d6 system, so it's very, very easy to get into, because you don't need to go out and buy like loads of different dice and stuff like that, right? You can pretty much get 3d6 out of like other board games you've got lying around. So it's pretty cool for that.
Yeah, I don't need to go out and buy dice.
Yeah, we don't have that problem.
Or do I?
I mean, we always do. Let's be honest.
Oh, yeah, I do. If I see another offer like the one I sent you that time,
yeah,
like, I'm buying them. I don't give a shit. I don't have space. Fuck it, I don't have space for them. But
well, that means you just have to buy another dice box.
True. This one I've got currently is a gift from my partner, so
okay.
I'll have to wait till my next birthday. What do you want? Bigger box.
Bigger box. Just every year.
Box.
Bigger box.
Bigger box.
Just getting up with a house full of dice.
It's been 7 years. I can't get the fucker up the stairs anymore.
You're just ending up with an RV that's full of dice.
Oh.
Open the door, dice just start pouring out.
Oh, and there's a bumper sticker that says, "We be rolling."
And then for hubcaps, it's just like spinning dice. You get spinners and the dice.
Yeah, spinning D20s.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to add that to the merch store real quick.
Yeah. But anyway, number 2 on the list while he's adding that to this.
The fourth wall do hubcaps.
I mean, we'll figure it out.
All right, so number 2, which is going to make all the money, because these guys always make all the money, is The Electric State by Free League.
Yeah.
Free League, they're going to win another Ennie. They always do.
Yeah. But I like that the game's set in the 90s as well. I feel like it's going to hit me like right here. Yeah,
because I mean, Tales from the Loop is 80s.
Yeah.
So this is like,
it's our version. Yeah, it's our version.
It's our version. Yeah, we can like the Attitude Era WWE.
Yeah.
Degeneration X. Yeah.
Oh,
this is one. It's funny. I've never heard of this one. But Shadow of the Weird Wizard.
Yes.
Have you heard anything about this?
No, but it sounds awesome.
I've not even read it, to be fair.
Well, I mean, their Kickstarter page, they had a goal of 30,000 and it achieved almost 500,000. So it went a little bit over, just a little bit over the goal. By yeah,
a smidge,
just a little bit, just
just a little smidge, just
you know,
good for them.
But basically, the Weird Wizard is the person that was responsible for releasing. Jesus, I can't speak today. Releasing all of the monsters into the world. So that's why it's the Shadow of the Weird Wizard, because it's like the world after, you know, he's done what he did. So the characters are basically exploring the Borderlands and trying to make them safer refugees. Is the pretense of the game. But it looks really cool. Like, I would definitely play this. The character sheet looks sick. I'm gonna
share that, because I'm clearly not looking at any of this.
I'm gonna pop it up on the screen.
I'm having a look at the shenanigans that's going on in the chat.
Because like
shout out to 13th Moon Games that's just joined us as well.
But yeah, so like the character sheet looks awesome. You know, it's got space for everything, but the layout is just so cool. Like, all your stats are central on the page rather than in a box off to the side. Character portrait is central as well. And then like it kind of, from there, everything kind of goes out from there. Yeah. So it's just a really well laid out character, because everything you need is central and everything else is like built around it. So I quite like that.
Oh, well, we'll definitely keep an eye on it. We may add it to the list.
Yeah, we probably will.
I don't feel bad about adding things to the list anymore.
No, because we've made plans to start going through the list.
Exactly.
Which I'm very happy about.
And can't fucking wait to get started.
Right.
Yeah. It's going to be so much fun.
Oh, but yeah.
All right. So, where was I? Where were we? Yeah, so we've taken a look at that. Is there, because obviously this list aside, all right, is there anything that you yourself are sort of excited to, like, not this list withstanding, any systems that you've heard of that may or may not come out in 2024, but anything that you're kind of interested in and kind of going, that is interesting.
The 2 Legits crit system. I hear that's going to be awesome.
We've had like one conversation about it.
Hey, that means it started.
It has started, but posting and doing other things kind of got in the way. But
it did.
We've still got ideas, and I've still got shit up here which we do need to talk about at some point.
No, I think honestly, like, for me, it's like, because getting into new systems is quite new for me, so I'm just enjoying the ones that I've been trying out. So playing more Fabula is going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to some more Delta Green. Blades was really fun. I really enjoyed, you know, our Christmas special we did. Like, getting to get hands on with that system was a lot of fun. So I think, yeah, just playing more of those. I'm looking forward to more Blades, because that's just going to be so cool. So yeah, I think that's it for me. Is just getting more into the systems that I've tried last year is what's top of my list. And then if I find some others that really tickle my pickle, then I'll give them a go.
Well, I mean, it's a bit of a plug, but I'm definitely excited for what 13th Moon Games are going to bring out with Unbound. I'm very excited for that.
Yes.
For reasons we're not really at liberty to say why now, but all will be revealed in the near future.
I'm very excited about that.
But yeah, so yeah, definitely excited about that. We're also excited to kind of bring that to you guys in the form of the crit list, where Stefan will be running us through a one shot, and it's gonna be fucking phenomenal.
I'm really looking forward to that.
Internet witches.
Yes.
We're all going to be internet witches, aren't we?
We are internet witches.
What about if we what about if we're all internet witches, but we all kind of represent one facet of the internet? So like I'd be Twitter and I'd just be a really shitty person.
I'd be Facebook and I'd just be stealing everyone's info.
Yeah,
just going around like taking their IDs and shit.
Yeah. Just kind of going, this is now mine. But like blatantly as well.
Or like being like YouTube and just going up to them and saying, hey, check this out. And just showing them like a photo and then running away again.
This is what, just thrusting a photo in people's face and going, this is what I had for dinner.
Couch says he wants to be Reddit.
Oh, okay, if he's going to be Reddit, I'm going to be 4chan, motherfucker.
I think he needs to pick a subreddit, right?
Yeah, he does need to pick a subreddit.
Because that's too broad.
He can't just be Reddit. He may as well just kind of go, I want to be the internet.
I want to do the internet.
You got to pick a subreddit.
Yeah.
We'll give Couch the Bluey subreddit. I think that's going to be his job.
Yes. Yeah. You can have the Bluey subreddit. Although I feel like the Bluey subreddit would be actually pretty wholesome.
It is. I don't know about the subreddit, but...
Who's Tumblr?
Who's Tumblr? Ooh, could be Tumblr.
I don't know.
No, we'll have to find a fourth player for Tumblr.
Yeah, we'll find a fourth player to be Tumblr.
But yeah, speaking of like Bluey and the Reddit sort of thing, I was actually, because my daughter's a fan of Bluey. I'm a fucking fan of Bluey. It's great. So we actually, I should say, on Facebook joined a few Bluey groups and this, that, and the other. They got weird.
Oh, okay.
They got weird quickly.
Oh.
Especially a certain subset of the population regarding some of the female characters.
Oh,
it's like,
no. Why?
It got weird. It got weird really fucking quickly.
Well,
it's like, I'm now leaving this.
Let's move on.
But like other systems that I am excited for, I'm excited to see what the Matt Colville thing does.
Yes. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Actually, why wasn't that on that top 10 list? Surely that should be on the list.
Oh, 100%, but apparently not.
Okay. Well, that's weird. Yeah. It just dawned on me that it wasn't on that list.
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't know, unless they don't have a release date for.
Oh yeah, it might not have a. Yeah.
It may
possibly.
not be. Because obviously the glaring omission from there is D&D.
Yeah, well, because it's not a new system.
Exactly. They've kind of dug their own sort of. They've dug their own hole in that and kind of gone, we're not a new system. So,
no, it's just an update to the old system.
It's an update to the old system.
Well, are you changing all the rules? Yes. So it's a new system? No. Like, I'm a D&D fan, but even I think that's stupid.
I think honestly, I just think something needs to be wrestled. D&D needs to be wrestled away from Wizards of the Coast.
It does. It does. Somebody needs to save it.
Stop it. Just stop it.
Somebody just needs to walk in and that video where that dude just starts slapping everybody at the party.
I was looking for a GIF about that the other day,
Yeah.
and I couldn't find it. I was really disappointed, but yeah, I know that.
Someone needs to go into like the Wizards building and just start slapping them all to knock some fucking sense into them. That's.
Yeah, basically, I offer myself as tribute. I will walk in and I will kind of go, "Hey guys, yes, yeah, John Santana, too legit to quit."
Bang.
I just want to introduce myself. You know why I'm here. Form an orderly line, please.
Oh, that'd be amazing. Oh, well, speaking of lines, do you know where there is often...
Where are you going with this, Justin?
Do you know where there is often a line in the town centre at the notice board?
All right, okay. That was
clumsy,
good. But...
That was good. Oh, come on. That's about as good as we get with segues on this. In fact, as far as our segues go, that was top tier.
All right, Okay, I know. Right. Okay, what have you got for us? Oh, we're doing initiative.
Yes, obviously we're doing initiative. Oh, no, we're not. My dice are in the car.
Yes, but I'm rolling for you.
Oh yeah, because I don't. Yeah, because I don't roll my own dice anymore because it's better that way.
All right. Okay. I am giving you a red.
That's fair.
And obviously, purple.
Yes, Zara. Absolutely. Zara says they feel a fish is also required in that slap. I think that's when you get to like the executives. So like the lower people, normal slaps, executives, they get the fish.
No, I think the size of the fish would
okay.
grow.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Like the people in the mailroom, it's just a little with a goldfish.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you can just get a fucking full tuna.
I almost feel the goldfish is more insulting. It's like you're like flicking them. Anyway, initiative. Let's do it.
All right, initiative. Okay, let's do this. All right, I beat you.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Hey, you rolled a 10 though, so.
Yeah, but I still lost. That's the way it goes. We've established I don't roll ones. I just roll lower than I need to. That's the way it works.
Okay, so I need to actually, you know, a professional would have had this queued up.
I mean, I did. I don't know why I did. I knew I was losing. That's what the script says.
Yeah, the script says Justin loses every single time.
Yeah.
All right. So basically, I picked this week a submission by Cats Have No Lord.
Great name.
Which took me a while to discover that was the name, as opposed to Cats Have No Lord. That's
not how I read it.
Yeah, I read it like Cats Have No Lord because I'm a fucking idiot.
No. Oh, no. I didn't read it correctly either. I read it as Cat Shaven, oh Lord.
That's better. I like that one. Although on the actual website it is spaced out, so
right.
It was for this submission that they've put it together.
It got squashed together, yeah.
So, Cats Have No Lord. All right, so apparently they put out this this dungeon a while ago, and it's a preview of a big adventure that they're working on for Zine Quest next year. In their words, it's got a dangerously hot crystal cavern, a time loop nearing collapse, a cult worshipping a cosmic dragon, monstrous alien bugs, and a little green lady who just wants to grow potatoes in peace.
I love it.
I love the potatoes thing.
Yeah, it's just a lovely little bit of flavor.
Yeah, so it is a preview of Insidious Bloom, which is going to be a science fantasy adventure for the Cairn system. Which is coming to Kickstarter in February 2024.
Okay.
It is a 14-room cavern dungeon, and it features a dangerous environment with oppressive heat, a crazed cult obsessed, 4 alien creatures, little green lady, mysteriously growing potatoes, and a series of open challenges focused on creating interesting player choices. And I downloaded it. And I'm going to bring it up now. I've got it on the iPad, so I don't have it on a fancy screen share like Justin does. Because I didn't think that far ahead, let's be honest.
That's fine. I've downloaded the PDF as well. I can bring it up.
Yeah, so if you bring it up for us.
Yeah. Here's what I made earlier.
Okay, so it assumes a setting where the quasi-medieval sort of adventures of Cairn, they've gained access to space travel. So this all happens on the moon. And I don't really want to go into spoilers very much. But this adventure does have new rules and expansions for the Cairn system, which I didn't look into. It looks pretty interesting. Quite very, very straightforward. And even the way the modules written out, it's written out in the way I prefer modules to be written. I don't like them to assume player progression.
Yeah.
I don't like them to go, the players will do this, and then they'll do that, and then they'll do that. Because it kind of forces a railroad.
Yeah, and we've all been at the table enough times to know that they never do that, then that, then that, then that. They normally do that, then they go over there for like a week, and then.
So yeah, this is written in a way that I would prepare an adventure. You know, basic facts. This room contains this, and this. Like all the relevant points are well marked out. You don't have to read through a wall of text. You just kind of go, oh, right, okay. And then any embellishment you want to do, that's on the GM to kind of improvise and you know, bring out, as it were. And I really like the way it's written. I really like the way it's like even like the first on page 4, you've just got a list of the encounters. Yeah,
I just saw that. So it's got all the encounters for every room, so that you can literally just by number, you look at the map of the dungeon, which is there, and you go, okay, room 1, so that's encounter 1, and then it's just on that page. It's okay, it's that. What are the stats for that? There it is. It's just so easy to find it all. I've had this open for 5 seconds, and I've already found the first encounter. Like
and that's it. So like look, we'll pick the first chamber you go into. So you go into, there is a small paragraph of description.
Yeah.
All right. A seemingly impenetrable mass of crystals, etc., etc. And then after that, all it is important points.
Yeah.
So there's an ancient tablet of warning. Sorry, there is a corpse. There is a northwest passage. So the players come in, and all the information you've got right there where you need it. You know, the map is very sort of rudimentary, but it is cool as fuck. I love it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Are you on the map yet?
I've just shown it. Yeah.
It looks hand drawn, but it looks really well hand drawn, as it were. You know,
nothing. It looks hand drawn, but like it's the kind of hand drawn map that you would expect like a previous adventure to have maybe sketched out.
Yes, exactly.
And that's how I think maps should be, right? Because it's something that's always kind of bugged me with a lot of like modules and stuff. Is like they're like, oh, here's a map of the dungeon to use as a handout, and it's like this perfectly gridded out like thing, and it's like that's not how caves work. It's always kind of bugged me.
I mean, my favorite thing is the image on, what is it, page number 7, page 16. All the illustrations in the book are all in black and white except for one.
Oh yes,
and it's amazing. It's just amazing. It's a picture of like cultists, and there's like
exploding crystals in the middle.
Yeah, exploding crystals in the middle, and I just fucking love it.
Yeah, it's awesome. I do like it because like it kind of gives that vibe of like this was scribbled down by like somebody that's got in there, or like maybe like a former cult member that's like defected and it's like, you guys need to go shut this shit down, right? And he's just like quickly sketched this all out or something. I like it. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's definitely cool. And to be fair, I know it's for a different system, but I could probably run this.
Yeah.
In anything. That's kind of how well. I mean, all you do is, you know, I could change the stat blocks and run it perfectly fine in Pathfinder, for example.
Yeah.
You know, it's definitely. So, guys, check it out. It's called Jaxon's Claim. It is a sort of an intro. Oh, that's stopped working now. Just when I wanted to bring up all the information, it's kind of gone and crapped out on me.
It does look really good though. I think it's really well put together, and like you say, the way they've kind of laid everything out just makes sense, and I like that. Yeah.
So it's actually started working again. So it is a preview of Insidious Bloom, which is a science fantasy adventure. It's coming to Kickstarter in February 2024. Keep an eye out for it, and you know, I think it's going to be good. I think it's definitely going to. If this preview has got anything to go by, it's going to be great.
Yeah, no, it looks awesome.
All right. What have you got for us?
So I have been playing lots of dice games with my small human because she loves playing trolls, which is basically we take the troll minis that I've got, we build a little dungeon out of my dungeon tiles, and then she rolls dice and I tell her whether she beat the troll or not. Spoiler alert, she always beats the troll. But there's something that we got sent in by Hexwood Forge, which is Let's Learn the Pantheon.
Okay.
So it's an illustrated companion to any fantasy role-playing setting, and it's done in the style of a children's book to teach them about the Pantheon gods.
That's fucking amazing.
It is. So I'm gonna pull them up on because they've got an Etsy store. And there's a lot of like photos and stuff on that store actually of the book. So I've just pulled it up on the screen now, so everybody can see it. So this is the cover, and it's great because like inside it, it's like a once upon a time, years and years ago type book. And it's got like these two characters inside it as well that are like scribbling in the book as they go through it, like little kids do when they've got a book, right? That's what you know. But yeah, it just goes through like, you know, once upon a time, years and years and years and years ago. And it gives like the history of the realm, and then it goes like A is for Arachne. And it's like done like alphabetically, like, and Asmodeus, because you know they're both A, and it's like D is for Dea. And it's like it's just really cool because like it's such a cool way to give that information, but it's giving you, and it's one of the cool things as well because like I've always found that a lot of the times when you look up information for a deity in a game, there's so much irrelevant stuff that makes it onto that page that you just don't know what's relevant, right? But this, because it's like aimed at kids, or like it's written as though it's aimed at kids, it really does break it down to like, for each one, it's there are three things that the temples teach: embrace passion and bold and empathy, ignite the fires of love, protect those for whom you cherish. That's it. That's what this god is about. So, okay, cool. Now it's really easy to run, you know, a temple of that god because I know what their core values are. You don't have to try and figure it out from 50 different sheets of paper. And it's just really, really coolly done. I like it. Like at the top of every one of the pages, you've got like the one character acting out stuff that the god's all about, and the other one be like, "Oh no," and just stuff like that. It's just really cool. Yeah,
I like it. I do like it. I've actually brought Hexwood Forge up. Have you seen some of the other stuff?
No, I haven't gone too much into that because I spent most of today just looking through this book because it looks awesome. But let's have a little look at their other stuff.
Yeah, they do like a lot of like, there's 3D printed stuff as well.
Okay.
Dice trays, you know, all TTRPG and gaming sort of related. They go. Oh,
that's cool.
I don't drink, nor do you, but for somebody who does, there is a Hobbiton vodka hip flask.
Well, the one that I've just found that's really cool, and I think would be great for any system, but obviously this one is 5e specific. But it's the rules clipboard. So it's a clipboard where it's the backing of it has like roleplay tips, taking a turn, attacking conditions, and skills like all on them. So you can just kind of like very quickly peel up your character sheet. Oh, okay, that's what it does. Fold it back down again. It's a bit like the DM's cheat screen for players, and I quite like that. That's really cool. And it looks really, really good quality as well. Like, because they've got an actual photo of it here as well, and it just looks really, really good.
Oh, I mean, there collapsible combat risers as well. I don't know if they're, you know, there is an area of effect universal spell template, which is quite cool.
Those are awesome.
I'm looking at that. And, you know, so you've got your 20-foot cube, your 10-foot cube, 30-foot cube, and then you've got your cones. And, you know, they've got quite a few good things here. So.
They have got some awesome stuff. So, yeah, absolutely go and check them out. Their Etsy store looks really cool. They even have, like, home decor stuff where they've got, like, they've got Pokemon coasters and stuff as well.
Yeah,
it's just
I
an
did
awesome
see that.
store, man. Yeah, it just looks like they've got so much awesome stuff. They even do minis as well.
I'm checking out their clothing, seeing what they've got. Their clothing is more like earrings and stuff.
No, I've found the ultimate monster.
Are you on the miniatures?
Yep.
All right, where are you looking?
It's the death snail.
Death snail.
It's a snail with a skull for a shell.
Holy shit! Yeah, that is awesome.
How awesome is that? I need that little guy. I need him.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
He's probably going to appear at some point.
I'm just having a look. What else there is? Oh yeah, they've got some cool stuff.
Yeah, they've got some really, really cool stuff. So absolutely check out their store. I mean, the thing that brought us here was obviously that, you know, the God's book, Let's Learn the Pantheon, which I love as a concept. And I would love it if they started doing like a whole series of that kind of book. You know, like Let's Learn the Pantheon. Let's learn, I don't know, pick a thing.
Okay. Let's kind of workshop this then. Let's have a look. All right. So we've already done Let's Learn the Pantheon.
Yeah.
Obviously, it'd have to be somewhat system specific.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like this one is obviously is 5e. So it looks like a lot of their stuff is 5e. But I mean, you could even do something like let's learn the bestiary and just do like A is for.
To be completely honest, that idea's kind of been done because
but it wouldn't be as good as this. That one's really
cool. That's what our friend bought my son when he was when he was very little, and it was the ABCs of D&D or something like that. So it's like B is for beholder.
Let's learn the old ones. Yes, couch.
Oh fucking! I'm there.
Yes. All right, we need to send them an email back and be like, "Yeah, it's a great book. We have a recommendation for a follow up."
C is for Cthulhu, obviously. Yeah, no.
Yes.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'd
like
be
it.
well into that.
I like it.
Okay, so Couch so far has got the best suggestion.
Yes, I think hands down.
We cannot be outdone. We've got to come up with something better.
Oh, I actually kind of like that one from Zara as well. Let's learn the classes and races. That could be like two separate books as well, right? So like a book on Let's Learn the classes and then a book on Let's Learn the races. Yeah,
I like that. I do like that. I still think Couch is maybe pipping that one. But I do like classes and races. I think that's pretty cool. Okay, so it's going to be lore. We've done gods, we've done classes, we've done races, we've done old ones.
What about like just learning the map, right? Because D&D has like a set, like it's got its own default world, right? So like let's learn the world, or like I can never remember the name of it.
Neverwinter. No. I don't know.
Where's Daryl when we need him? Daryl, where are you? Because every time I forget, he sends me a text like the next day when he listens back, and he's like, "It's this." I'm like, "Fuck, of course it is."
I have no idea.
Yeah, like because then like you could go through all the different cities and like important points about the city. Because again, that's something that's always a bit of a struggle when you get to a city. Is like, okay, what's important information about this city? Especially if it's like a pre-existing one, right? So that could be a cool one. I still don't think it's as good as the old ones.
See, I'm the only person who hasn't come up with one yet, and I'm feeling left out. I'm failing.
Let's learn the armory. Let's learn the armory.
Not bad.
Yeah, just go through all the weapons and armor and stuff in the system.
Because you can let's learn the schools of magic.
There you go. Schools of magic. There's yours.
Took me a fucking while.
But all of those would be really good, I reckon. Yeah, let's learn the magic schools. There you go. Yeah. Cool. I think we should maybe send them an email.
Yeah. Okay, like, we've got ideas.
We had a look at your book and we have the ideas.
Yeah, we would like to make some change. No, not make some change. We would like to add something.
We would like to add some stuff. Here is an entire book series. Start writing.
Cats Have No Lord, if you are watching this, take these ideas.
Yes.
We give you these ideas. Just
that was Hexwood Forge.
Was that Hexwood
Yeah,
Forge? I do
Hexwood
apologize.
Forge. Yeah.
But yeah. Fantastic.
Mm.
All right, I think that took a lot out of us, don't you?
It did. I think it's time to maybe relax a little.
Yeah, and I think we should go to the lounge for that.
I think we should.
All right, so every week we ask our 3 collaborators, Corvus, Sci-Fi, and Couch, to send us in a topic. They can be anything, and Justin and I will discuss said topic, potentially to our own detriment. We'll find out.
Yeah.
But I'm going to roll a D6.
Yeah, because we still have a suggestion from all 3 of them. So
yes, we've got multiple from all 3.
We do. So 1, 2, Couch, 3, 4, Sci-Fi, 5, 6, Daryl.
Yeah. Okay. You said 1, 2, Couch, 3, 4, Sci-Fi, 5, 6, Daryl. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it. Roll it.
All right. Daryl, it is.
Sweet. What was his topic?
So, okay, let's have a look. The lounge. Okay. This one is all about story beats.
Ooh.
How do you apply story beats to a game? Now, I've always seen story beats as being emotive changes in a narrative.
Yeah.
So you are coasting along, and then all of a sudden there will be a big story beat, and that will kind of change. How do you apply that to your tabletop role-playing games?
Yeah, I mean, so for me, it's those are, I mean, we talked in the past about how we write a campaign, and you and me both kind of have the same approach to that, right? We'll figure out where we want them to end, figure out where we want them to start, and then figure out some bits in the middle. So those bits in the middle that I figure out, those end up kind of being the story beats that I've planned out. So it could be the first meeting or the first like interaction with some object would become a big story beat because that's going to be like a pivot point in the story. So I kind of I build them in early, because that way you can kind of build a lot more tension leading up to them and all that sort of thing. And I think it's a really cool thing to do, because if you know where the story beats are coming from and what's coming really early, it's so much easier to start building that tension towards it.
Yeah. I mean, I do build some in. I do kind of have ideas. I've got ideas of these sort of cutscene cinematic moments where I kind of take the wheel and just kind of go, this is what's happening. I've always thought I am quite good at setting a mood. Yeah.
I'll give you that.
I'd say it's something that I've always been able to do, where I can very quickly go from one sort of mood to another. And I kind of build that into my to these like pre-written, as it were, story beats to kind of go, right, the emotion I want to convey, the emotion I want to bring out is hope, or it's fear, or it's despair, or it's helplessness. I want to bring these things out, and I will make sure that I am writing a certain way, that I'm using a certain type of phrasing, or I'm using a certain way of speaking. Yeah. They're the ones that I write in, whereas the ones that happen off the cuff, the ones that I kind of jump on, I kind of do the same thing, where we'll be playing and we'll be laughing, and all of a sudden someone will say something and I'll kind of go, now.
I've seen you do that.
This is what I want to jump on. And it, a lot of times I do have the element of surprise on my side, because a lot of times what happens is a player will say
Fucking
something
hands.
throwaway. We'll just kind of, say something just as a throw, not necessarily a gag, but just as a throwaway comment.
Yeah.
And I'll kind of go,
oh,
I'm going to zero in on that, and kind of zero in and kind of go, no, we're going to focus on this. And this is what we're going to focus on. And whether it's something uplifting, whether it's something distressing, I will zero in and I will use the inflection. I will use the right inflection. I'll use the right tone. I'll speak at the right pace to be able to kind of convey that emotion. We did in The Last Ride, which is my homebrew campaign. One of the players went to speak to a high-level cleric of a different god to ask for help. And just because there was a crisis of faith involved, and I zeroed in on it. And I went, I zeroed in and I embodied this NPC kind of going, we all lose faith. We all have these moments of despair. We have these moments of distress, and we need to push past it. And, then I got a message from this person kind of going, yeah, that broke me.
Yeah.
And I've always kind of prided myself on being able to do that. And that's kind of how I push story beats onto players.
Yeah, I mean, it's something I've definitely seen you do, and you are very, very good at it. Because I mean, it's even little things like when we were playing Delta Green, and I was talking about how my character's always tweeting or whatever, and just the little things where I'd be saying that as a throwaway joke just to wind up Couch's doctor character, and then you would be like, "Oh, you tweeting this, are you?" And I'm like, "No." It's just it's those little things that I think as well. It helps to like you say, it helps you to build to a moment that might not have been planned. But I think that is the key, is any story beat that you are intending to be an actual core beat of the story, it needs to have some kind of pivot point where it could go either way, is the important bit. Because otherwise it gets a bit and again, you using your example there of the the crisis of faith type thing, there's a pivot point in that where he's talking to this this high cleric at the temple or whatever, where when this high cleric is saying we all have these questions, and it happens to everyone. That could also then pivot him to go, well, if even they question it, is there it can go either way. And I think that's so important, is to have it possible to go either way, because they're always going to go the way that they want to go with it. And then it makes it an even better moment for them, because the story led to the decision that they'd kind of already made. Yeah. And that's just so cool when you can facilitate them getting their character down the arc that they want.
For me, it's what keeps me GMing. Flat out. I mean, you can think of all the good times, all the bad times in my GMing career. What keeps me coming back is the way I can share emotion. I can, get people to feel things with a game, and that for me, it's almost an addiction. It's almost a high when it's when I set a mood. And when we're the first time you played Delta Green, we had that player who went, nothing's happened yet and I'm shitting myself. Yeah, it was true though. But again, that's something that I love about Delta Green, because I was actually going to bring something like that up actually, and I'm kind of glad you did. Is because the way that tension gets built in that game is because as players, we know shit's about to go off the rails, but it's not. And we're just, the longer it goes on before the penny drops, essentially, we're is it going to be this? No. Okay. No, that was just that. Okay. That's fine.
is it going to be this? No, okay, that was just fine. And like the longer that goes on, like the tenser and the tenser we get. And I love that because like I mean we didn't get with like the intro bit that we did for Delta Green the other week. We didn't get that supernatural element until the last like half hour of the session. But
and even that was a build up.
Yeah, exactly. And it was like the actual like interaction with the supernatural element was 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But the whole time was just constantly like it's going to be this. Like the little old lady that we were interviewing outside the guy's like flat. I was like, it's going to be her. It's going to be fucking her. She's going to be something. And then like she wasn't. And then it's just like every single time you're like, oh yeah, here's a new bit of information. I was like, it's that's going to fuck us. Oh no, it didn't. Okay, cool. And I just love that because like you never know where it's going to come from in that kind of situation. And that's also a really powerful thing, right? Because I mean, that you could have cut the tension around that table with a knife as we drove up to that guy's like cabin.
It was amazing. It was a really good atmosphere, and it was a really good party to do that to.
Yeah,
it was a really good sort of group of people who who get invested in the game, and that's kind of what you need for a game like Delta Green. You can't really play Delta Green with people who are like, oh, I'm just here for the combat. It's like it's not going to work. Yeah. For Delta Green, it has to be investment. It has to be, you have to trust in your GM. You have to be able to kind of let them set the mood and let them take you on that journey. And I was just thinking to kind of exemplify story beats, and I'm going to probably piss Couch off a tiny bit here. All right.
Are you stealing from his Kool-Aid?
No, I'm not stealing. I'm not stealing from his Kool-Aid. I am going to piss him off because I'm going to talk about something that he is far more qualified to talk about than I am. All right. So let's take One Piece.
Yes.
Right. I've not seen much of One Piece. 10 episodes, the max. All right. But I have also seen the One Piece live action. All right. The difference between the two things, one of the main differences I've noticed between the live action, apart from the changes to the story, that's a discussion for another podcast.
Different discussion, not for here.
What I've noticed is the way the story beats happen. Okay. In the anime, at least the episodes that I've seen, again, it may change, but the episodes I've seen, it is all very much on a level. This happens, the next thing happens, the next thing happens, the next thing happens. Whereas in One Piece, they've kind of come into it with the advantage of prior knowledge. And they've been able to build in these story beats. Yeah. Like the first time Luffy does his first special attack, his gun pistol, it's a big deal. It's like the music rises, it's a slower affair, and they kind of lean into it, and that is, for me, that is a perfect example of how story beats work in a narrative.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I think that is the thing, right? It's something as well that if you play with, the same people and stuff like that, you're going to learn how to build the story beats that they're going to react to much better, because like people do react differently, right, to different things. And that is an important thing to take into account as well, is just because the table that you're playing with aren't reacting to your story beats doesn't necessarily mean they're bad. It might just mean they're not for those people.
Yeah, I mean, like I've got one player at all the tables I run. Obviously we both know him. Who I know exactly how to push those buttons.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you do.
And it is paranoia.
Yeah. I mean, I also know how to push those buttons, make him feel like he's babysitting. Which is exactly what we did.
paranoia works a treat with him.
Oh, it does,
because he distrusts me as a GM.
Yeah,
so, like massively.
But you see, that's the thing. It wouldn't work if I was DMing because he doesn't have that distrust of me, so there wouldn't be the paranoia, and that's key to it as well, right? Yeah, you got to know the dynamic you've got.
Like in the game last night, they went and met this person who's genuinely there trying to help, and his character's kind of going, has anyone kind of, sense motive? Or
it reminds me of those memes where like the party spends 4 sessions looking at a door. It's just a door.
To be honest, I've burnt him in enough ways to warrant that kind of thing.
It's fine. I mean, we've all been in that game where you get introduced to the mimic that you weren't expecting, and now you're distrusting of every item ever. It's like, oh, there's a table. Why is he talking about the table? The table's a mimic. Check the table.
It's like the gazebo thing.
Yes, yeah.
Classic.
I love that one. Yeah. No, it's a gazebo. I shoot an arrow. Does it react? No, it's a gazebo.
But the way it's phrased is exactly the way I'd say it as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I if I didn't know any better, I would think that was from your table. Like, oh yeah.
No, Justin, it's a gazebo.
Hey, that wouldn't be me. I'm not the distrusting one. I would be I roll it. Oh, that one. I missed the gazebo.
I missed the gazebo and hit a child.
I hit the tree. The tree says, ouch. Wait a minute.
But that was a fantastic question from Daryl. Thank you very much. And I think that's pretty much about all we've got time for.
I think so. I think it is time for us to wrap things up, say goodbye to all of our lovely people.
Yes, I mean, I want to first of all thank those of you who sent in submissions. This week it's Cats Have No Lord and Hexen Forge.
Yes.
Who sent us entries, and thank you very much. If you want us to highlight something, send something in. All right, send something in. We're going to take a look. We're going to talk about it. We're going to give you praise. And that's basically what we want to do. We want to try kind of build this community. We want to try promote you as much as possible, because you guys are doing some fantastic fucking work, and we want to kind of help. Even if one person purchase something from Hexen Forge because of what they've seen here today, that's it.
Happy days.
I'm absolutely thrilled. Also, thanks to our collaborators Justin, Sci-Fi, and Daryl for sending in topics. You guys, you've been with us from the start. We appreciate you, and just keep on giving us stuff to talk about.
Yes.
Keep us on our toes. Also, thank you to you, Justin, for spending some time with me this evening.
You're welcome.
Do you want to tell people where they can find you?
Yes, so you can find me on most places at Justin Accurate TV. Also on the Facebook group and in the Discord and all of those lovely places. But the rest of the socials are handled by this guy.
That would be me. So you can find us, you can follow us, you can interact with us at Too Legit to Crit on Instagram, on Blue Sky, on YouTube, mostly on Threads. That is where we live currently, and we have become part of a community that is growing, that is thriving, and it is absolutely fantastic. And I can see that Couch is probably distracting my co-host.
He is, because Couch is very upset because you said my name instead of his on the collaborators.
Did I?
Yes, I didn't even catch it, but yes, you did. You said Justin, Sci-Fi, and Daryl.
Sorry, Couch. Love you, Couch.
He's very upset.
I love you, Couch.
All
right, but yes, you can also catch up with myself at Natural Juan, at dice.camp on Mastodon. If you like what we do and you kind of want to see more, give us a like, give us a rating, subscribe to us, tell your friends about us, because that's how we're going to kind of grow. We love doing this. We want to grow doing this. We want to grow with this community, and your interaction is what keeps the lights on. But other than that, thank you ever so much for spending time out of your busy days to listen to two idiots waffle on about tabletop role-playing games. Thank you very much. Good night.
See you later, everyone.